Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas, fellow travelers! And we just met another fellow traveler here today. And what we want to talk about today are some European Christmas traditions. And this is kind of like a second part to this because we got a lot of people say, Mark, you forgot about this and you forgot about that. Yes, I can't get all the traditions in. So today we're going to continue on from last year's European Christmas tradition video with more Christmas traditions from Europe that you might not know about. Some you might, some you might not. And the first one, and the one that we got the most comments for not mentioning, was in the Netherlands, and that's Sinterklaas and Black Peter. Zwart Piet. Okay? The reason why I didn't really kind of bring this up, because we talked about St. Nicholas Day, or Nikolaus in Germany, where it's on the 6th of December, kids wake up and they've got treats and gifts and candy, you know, that were left in their shoes or their plate kind of thing. Well, they have that. It's, you know, it's Sinterklaas, not St. Nicholas, but Sinterklaas comes in the Netherlands the night of the 5th and leaves it there. And the thing is, he's got his assistant, which the reason why you don't hear many people talk about it anymore is because the history of it is, one, it used to be his slave from Spain, so you would have people dress up in blackface, which is, and that's what, it's actually a big issue in the Netherlands now too, and they've kind of changed. He's no longer like a slave from Spain, now he's a chimney cleaner, and that's why his face is all black and stuff like that. Now, another country I enjoyed going to that has some pretty cool Christmas traditions is Iceland. And we were there, some people were telling us about some of the traditions, like there's a drink you have, it's this orange soda with another kind of soda that's like it's like a fermented soda, but it's like beer with no alcohol, and you mix that together. That's kind of a traditional, you know, Christmas drink. A thing they eat on Christmas is rice porridge with a little almond inside. And what you do is you share it with your family, and you eat it, and whoever gets the almond, you don't tell them right away. You like hide it, and at the end say, oh, I got the almond, and then they get a present. But probably the coolest things you'll see when you are there is there's like the Yule boys or the Yule guys, which are like guys dressed up as Santa Claus, and they go for the 13 days before Christmas. They come and leave gifts for kids. So each night a kid might leave a shoe or a plate or something out, and they'll get a gift each night leading up. And each of the 13 Christmas guys or Yule guys or whatever, Yule lads, there's a lot of different ways they translate it, is each of them has kind of like a different thing they do, a different kind of naughty thing they do. And so sometimes it'll relate to that, okay? But I think the coolest one I have from Iceland is the Yule Cat. And the Yule Cat, what it does is basically, if you haven't been good enough to get new clothes by Christmas Eve, it comes and eats you. Yes! Santa Claus brings presents, or some places they steal you out. No, the cat eats you if you didn't be good enough to get new clothes for Christmas Eve. So that was one that always cracked me up. I'm like, you got it, you're kidding me. That's one of those things you like, people tell you stuff, you're like, you know what, I don't know if I believe you on this one, okay? But it is true, they do have that there in Iceland. Now, another place I spent a lot of time is Lithuania. And in Lithuania, on Christmas Eve, well, now the thing in Lithuania is you fast, you know, before Christmas. And the thing is, on Christmas Eve, you don't eat meat all day. And so leading up to midnight, you'll have 12 dishes leading up to midnight. Then at midnight, you can have alcohol, you can have meat, you can have all this stuff for the celebration of the birth of Christ. And the thing is, when I spent Christmas there, I remember having the dishes, a little dish after little dish after little dish, and then it hit midnight. And my friend's dad's like, wait, I must have the homemade vodka that my friend has. And he runs across the street, brings it back. Like, he walks in, everyone in the room's like, whoa, that's some strong stuff. Because it's midnight now. So we get to have that. So that was like a fun Christmas tradition I had when I was in Lithuania. Okay, staying in the north. In Sweden, I also saw this in Finland when I lived there at Christmas time. You'll see a goat made out of straw. Now, sometimes it'll be a little ornaments, or it'll be like kind of decoration in your house, or in some cities they make huge ones, like where you put out a Christmas tree, they'll put out a Yule goat, okay? So in Norway at Christmas Eve, you might see people putting their brooms away and hiding their brooms so witches don't take them to go get up to mischief that's out there, which is kind of a funny thing to do, because if you're gonna have to clean up all that stuff in the morning, maybe you wanna have the broom around? I don't know. Now, if we start looking at how people celebrate on different days, well, in Eastern Orthodox, Russian Orthodox, Greek Orthodox, Christmas, Jesus' birth isn't the 25th of December, it's the 7th of January. And so they have that there. But if you're going to an Orthodox country like Russia and the former Soviet Union, what sometimes you'll see is that they don't give out the gifts on Christmas, they give the gifts out on New Year's Day. That's the big celebration in Russia, is New Year's Day. And Ded Moroz, I can never say his name right, is their version of Santa Claus in Russia, and he comes and brings kids their presents on New Year's Eve, or for New Year's Day when you wake up, you have it there. And if we continue on with our Christmas celebrations that are after Christmas, in Spain they have a couple things that go on. On the 6th of January is the Day of the Three Kings, and that's the day where little Spanish kids get to get their presents because the Three Kings bring the presents to them. But the night before, on January 5th, you'll see a lot of parades and processions with the Three Kings for kids, throwing out candy and stuff like that. So it's kind of a celebration, then the kids go to bed and, oh, their presents are there in the morning from the Three Kings. But also, you're going to eat the roscón de reyes. Around the Day of the Three Kings, the roscón de reyes is like this cake. It's two-layer cake with a bunch of cream in the middle. Dude, it's actually really good if you can have it, okay? And they have that, and you eat that on the 6th. And the thing is, inside the ring, somewhere in the cake, is a little toy. Okay, when I was there in Spain last year, I bit into it, and I got the one, but luckily I didn't choke on it to death, so do be careful with that. But it was a little glass doll and something like that. So you will see those things in there, that hidden treat, just like in Iceland with the hidden almond and stuff like that. And you have other countries that do have the tradition of the hidden thing in the food, whether it's a penny or something like that. And since we're here in Germany, I'll finish off this short little other European Christmas tradition video with a German TV show that every Christmas when I spend here in Germany, the German families I stayed with all watch this show. And that is Dinner for One. Basically what Dinner for One is, it's a British TV show. Okay, it's a British program. I don't know why it's big here, but it's super huge here. And what it is this old lady is having a dinner party for her husband and all of his important friends, but they're all dead. It's just her. And so the butler plays out everybody in the entire table. So she's like, oh, to the captain and to the colonel, and she drinks. It's like, yes. And so he goes, yes, ma'am, to the colonel, and he drinks for him, and it goes through everybody. So by the end of it, when he's bringing out all the dishes, he's totally drunk trying to do everything and drinking along the way. And it's like a silly thing, but it really is a German tradition. So if you're here like Christmas Eve and you turn on TV late night, you might see it playing on there. Anyway, I hope this got you in a little bit more of Christmas mood. If you want to learn more, we actually do have another video for other European Christmas traditions you might not know about. And of course, we have our 12 Days of Christmas videos we film all around the world to help bring some Christmas spirit to you. Anyway, we hope you have a great time celebrating Christmas. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, or as we say here in Germany, Fröhliche Weihnachten. Bye, or Tschüss from Germany.